Hello, I'm Kate Watts at Menzies Art Brands in Melbourne, where 4 times a year some of Australia's finest art is auctioned. But the question is, how does the work actually get here? And if you have a piece of art that you want to sell, how do you go about it? So if I had a painting or a sculpture, maybe it had been in the family for a few years, or maybe I'd been given it. How do I go about actually selling it, and how do I know if it's worth enough to actually be auctioned? Tim, is there a charge?
If you want an appraisal on your grandmother's painting that she's left you in her will, providing you basically just want an informal valuation, we'll do it with no charge. Okay. If you want a written valuation, and for what I call a legalistic purpose, might be that it is for probate, you may need to agree with your sisters and brothers about the value of the picture in terms of the will, or it's for superannuation, or it's for insurance purpose, or some kind of legal purpose. That's when we do charge for evaluation, but generally speaking.
But if someone's just worried and they, obviously want a more expert eye just to have a look over, that's free of charge.
Yep, that's absolutely free of charge. We do it with pleasure.
So what's the next step once the seller receives an appraisal?
Well, we then agree on the estimates. We might say that your painting is worth between 10 and 15,000, according to, you can see here, other examples that have sold for, okay. And then we'll agree on a reserve price, and the reserve is usually, it's your safety net. If you're selling a picture, you don't want it to be sold for $2,000 if we estimate it for 10 to 15. So our reserve will be somewhere closer to the 10. So hypothetically, if it is worth 10 to 15, we might reserve it at, say, 9,000.
Is the seller involved in that at all with the reserve price?
Yes, yeah. Well, the reserve is a confidential figure that's arrived at between myself and the vendor. Reserve is something which we keep confidential. Mm-hmm. And then there's a commission which we'll negotiate.
We will sell tonight $660,000.
So if you've got a painting, a sketch, or even a sculpture, and you're still trying to decide whether or not to sell it, contact the experts here at Menzies and they'll happily give you a free valuation. They'll also help guide you through the process to make sure you get the best price at auction.